Grew up in a Christian family and, did all the churchy things, I guess you could call it. Went to vacation Bible school, was part of Bible studies and, youth ministry and youth groups and things like that. But ultimately, all along, I don't think I was ever really connected to the church or had a relationship with Jesus in any way, shape, or form. I attended a youth conference in Harrisburg. From there, I listened to an evangelist give this amazing message about Jesus who came and lived in the same likeness, the same human flesh as I did, but in spite of all those things, he did not sin, as the Bible tells us, and that was amazing, and that really hit me in the heart because I'd realized that I was submitting to the wrong things all along. I decided that night that I was going to affirm my faith in Jesus and accepted him into my heart, and ever since then, it's been kind of a growing journey, a very unique one, I think, because I went through a few tough years in between then and now, which led me to where I'm at. But now I'm at the stage where I'm actually pursuing pastoral ministry, and I'm going to be studying at Nazarene Bible College, and I've really felt the Lord pressing that call onto my heart for the past year and a half or so. I got to the church in 2023, right after Easter, and my family and I had attended for the first time at a revival service here, and I think it was a Monday night, and that was probably the most incredible church service I've ever been to in my life. And I was like, wow, this must be the real deal. Like, this place is awesome. And I really felt something different about the church when I walked into it. Just the way that people greeted you, the way that people genuinely cared about who you were was the first impression I got, which was amazing. And to kind of understand that there were people like that in the church, from my previous experience, I hadn't had that. So, it was amazing. And it was very, I guess you could say, assuring at the time that as soon as I walked through the doors, I was welcomed here. I think it was all about connection at the end of the day. I mean, the pastors came and, they were not just in the back of the room or in the front of the room, but they were within the church as well. And I think that was really special because I met, half of the pastoral team probably on the first night that I was here, which was incredible. But then through that, you end up getting plugged into different ministry functions and things like that, which was really spectacular. And again, something I hadn't experienced in the past. So I think it was really the discipleship piece, that they wanted you to be here and they wanted you to come into the church and be a part of the community that's here and then continue to go on serving. In terms of kingdom growth, I think the most important thing that I've learned is that it's all about people. And that may sound simple and maybe a little bit trivial, but it is about people and it's about relationships. And just being around, being part of this community at the church has allowed me to experience that tenfold from when I was ever on my own before this, before I ever came to SCN here. And I think it's just so beautiful to understand that people flourish with each other. Obviously, we have different characteristics. Some of us are introverts, some of us are extroverts. But at the end of the day, there is one thing that we all have in common, is that we were all made by the same creator and we were all made for a purpose. And that in that, we all have a unique space and a unique skill set and different gifts that we have to challenge each other, to encourage each other, and equip each other to go forth and continue to make disciples. And that's what it's all about, the Great Commission, continuing to make disciples and being faithful and obedient to Christ.